Hey there. Good morning. Good morning. I'm glad to see all of you here. Today, we're going to talk about attracting abundance. Like, is it as easy as some people make it sound here at the Sparkle Factor HQ? It's Training Tuesday. I'm Suzanne Hay. So, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all the places and all the ways. Give me some love if you're here, hashtag live or hashtag replay. Abundance has really become a buzzword, hasn't it? And some people make it sound really easy. Everybody talks about the best way to get it. You can just Google any kind of abundance experts, and you're going to find a whole lot of video out there, and it can be confusing. I think it's confusing because a lot of us don't know what it means. So today I'm going to spend a little bit of time defining abundance and talking about really some mistakes that we make and when we think about abundance, because we make it in this woo-woo space up here. I just came off of doing 5 days about abundance. I call it more, plenty, really more, attracting more, being in the more space. And that's not always about money, right? That's about how we're showing up for ourselves, how we make sure that what we're surrounding ourselves with, people and relationships and things, make us feel good, so we in turn can serve others out of that space. So for me, defining abundance means having plenty. Could mean a large quantity of something. It's honestly about having enough. So if you struggle with enoughness, I want you to be paying attention to this Training Tuesday, because I think we have enough to make the world go around. But sometimes this up here keeps us from thinking that. And as it turns out, actually, there are some right and honestly not so right ways to bring that forward towards you, to make sure that you're opening yourself up to ways so that you can bring it into your life and into your business. So first, I want to ask you, would you be interested in knowing some ways that you might be blocking your abundance? I know you're doing it accidentally. No one wants to be like, oh, I'm an abundance blocker, right? So I wanted to look at some top mistakes that sometimes we make when we're trying to attract this sense of more, this sense of abundance. You might call that manifestation, right? Manifesting. But really, all that means is I want to be open to what's around me and seeing things. So the first mistake that I see often is thinking that abundance means money, right? Most abundance experts will talk about that. They'll talk about, make more, to do more, to serve more, to buy more. And so in my mind, I hear a lot of people, a lot of really important people, a lot of people I follow actually, that teach really amazing things, but it comes down to, do you want to make more money so you can go have this life of freedom or travel or whatever it is that you want to do? But I think that's a mistake, because when you equate abundance with just cold hard cash, it's not just about the money. I mean, abundance isn't that. Really, remember, abundance is having enough of the things that you need, right? And that may be enough self-care. That may be enough food so you're not going hungry. That may be enough relationships so that you know you're valued. Do you see? It's a problem when you think about abundance as money. You can actually have abundance in any area of your life. That could be from relationships and friendships to health to opportunities to fun, one of my favorite topics, right? Fun and joy, to adventure. You can have abundance in adventure if you're an adventure seeker, right? I have one of those in my household. To passion, to spirituality, and of course, yes, wealth too. But it's not just about money. And research will show that abundance in all these kind of different forms has a bigger impact on your happiness than just money itself. So who can argue with that kind of research? So if you want to be happy, you want to be joyful, you want to be in spaces where that's happening, you have to open yourself up to that. And my course that I've been talking about, that actually the doors closed today, includes tips on exactly how to increase abundance in every area of your life, wealth included, but mostly how to take care of yourself so that you are in it for the sustainable reasons. Mistake number 2 that I see is hanging on to old resentments. Maybe you want to call those old obligations, right? Have you ever tried to stuff an already full fridge full of delicious fresh produce? You can't, because you've got leftovers from 2 weeks ago, or cake that was an impulse buy, or tons of soda, or whatever else it is. And so you buy good things thinking, I'm going to fuel my body with good things. You open the fridge and there's not room. It's not easy. At best, it gets messy. You have to do a lot of cleaning, rearrange things, and at worst, it can be impossible. Well, I want you to think about that fridge analogy when you're thinking about what it's like to try to bring abundance towards you when you already have a full plate. And I know you have a full plate. So listen up, sweetheart. This doesn't just apply to things that are actually in your life already. For example, If you're energetically holding on to past relationships or past resentments, maybe even about money, you'll also find it really hard to manifest what you do want to bring abundance forward. And that's because what we focus on expands, full stop. So if we're constantly focusing on an old crappy relationship, for example, our energy to go out and do the things that we need to attract a healthier partner is extremely limited. And this works the same way in business, by the way. Maybe you're hanging on to an old client because they pay well enough, or you don't love the work anymore, but it's funding something great. You find it really hard to do something different. And yet you're wondering, well, how come no new exciting clients are knocking down my door? Well, that's this mistaken action. But once you learn how to actually go through the process of letting go of old resentments and obligations that are no longer aligned, you're going to have space for what you really do want. As they say, the universe abhors a vacuum, right? All that empty space will get filled up with something else. Except this time, when you're saying, I'm not going to be in that space anymore, you're making a choice of intentionality, a strategy on what you're going to fill it with instead. So I'd love to talk to you about how to do that, about how and who and what to forgive, how to release in order to make yourself available for more of everything that life has for you. Mistake number 3 that I see is hating where you are right now. When you're trying to do something different than what you already are doing right now, it's really easy to fall into the trap of looking around at your current life and realizing how much it lacks of what you truly desire. And a lot of that gets fueled by social media. Hilarious. Here I am on social media. I get it. But the truth is, again, what you focus on expands. I just said that a minute ago. So if you constantly focus on the negative, what you don't have, you're training yourself to only see the bad in your life. And that means that even when good things show up, and they do, by the way, show up, you're too focused to see on the bad to truly see them, maybe take action, appreciate them, or take an opportunity. So you've got to flip the script, right? You've got to focus on all the goodness that you already have in your life so that you not only appreciate what you do have, which honestly feels fantastic, but you're also going to attract more of the good stuff. So you're going to be open to more opportunities. You're going to feel better about the future. You're simply going to enjoy your day-to-day life so much more. And you can't bring this life to bear by hating the one that you have. I hate to be the truth teller, but kind of I don't, because you need to begin to appreciate what you have right now, where you are right now on terra firma, and what it means right now. And that doesn't mean that's for tomorrow. It means it's for today. So you've got to continue to grow and change and be like, this is my today. What will I do tomorrow? But this is my today. You simply can't dislike your life every step of the way and expect one day to wake up and it be totally different. It doesn't work like that. I wish it did. So if you need some help in this department, I've got you. Like, let's talk, because this is what I love seeing my clients like light up about, to learn how to make every single day abundant and joyful with some strategies, no matter what your outside circumstances. Mistake number 4, clutching, right? Clutching to those assets. It's so interesting. When people do start to manifest more abundance, lots of people hang on to it for dear life because they're afraid there's not enough. And it might sound like a really good idea to hoard or save it all, whatever it is, because remember, we're talking about more than money. But this actually blocks the flow. It actually stops abundance right in its tracks. So we don't want that. Abundance needs to be appreciated. It also needs to be shared. So money and other things flow best when they're flowing in and out of your life with deep trust. This is so hard. It's so hard. So you need to learn to cultivate a true abundance mindset, right? What does that mean for me now? How can I bring in more? How can I keep giving things away, including my love, so that you can cultivate this trust? Then you'll start to feel happy about circulating money, even when it feels hard, because you're going to know deep down in your bones what you're going to give away is going to come back to you one way or the other, right? So you're going to have this deep understanding that things always work out. It may take a while, and that's the hard part. We are impatient people, right? So with that kind of mindset, when you're just like, oh, there's not enough, and you're right. You're going to hoard everything. But when you make that subtle shift, you naturally want to give more. You actually want to be in places where you can pour into people more without expecting anything in return. But what will happen to you is you'll get so much more in return. So, hello, I'm glad to see you today. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Sarah. So, if you're curious about what does it look like to bring more into your life, and again, this is really big things. If you're trying to do a big new thing, if you're trying to make a pivot, if you aren't feeling like your work or your life is really like connecting in the biggest way that it possibly could for you, check out these tips I just gave you. There were 4, right? Or you could also jump inside my course. So today the doors closed. I did a really soft launch. I've been talking about it very under the radar. This is really kind of public right now. Is I have a new program called the Sparkle Factor, and it's 6 modules. That's it. You're in and out, self-study, go at your own pace. But what I am teaching is how to align your life and your business with sustainability so you can be joyful, so you can attract more abundance, so you can serve those that you're trying to serve in the world and not completely burn yourself out in the middle of all of it, right? We all need some of that. So I'd love for you to dive in. You can check out sparklefactorprogram.com. Do it by the end of today. And I'm going to give you the replay to what I just talked about, that 5-day workshop I just led, right? You're going to get all of that, 2 other bonus courses, and a monthly coaching opportunity with me. And it's $497. So you can't beat that deal. There are some payment plans available. What I really want for you more than anything, though, is that you decide one of these 4 tips that you're going to implement. So are you going to try to be opening yourself up to more? Are you going to try to understand that where you are right now is good enough for today? Are you going to let go of an old obligation so that you can attract more? Or maybe you're going to be expanding what your definition is of abundance so that you can see it in your life. Glad you were here for Training Tuesday. I'm Suzanne Castle, creator and founder of the Sparkle Factor. I'm here every Tuesday. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.